Yeah, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the doubleheader where Blackford's playing host to Wabash for 2 games this evening. Wabash making the long trip from Wabash, Indiana, all the way to Hartford City to play a doubleheader. So they've got a long drive down after having school all day, and then they're going to play 2 games and have a long drive, about an hour, all the way back north to go home. So Wabash having a long day. This game was moved up due to the possibility of some inclement weather tomorrow. So right now they've got their meeting out at home plate, getting the instructions and the lineups from the coaches. And right now we're going to go ahead and go into our lineups for Wabash. Number 19, Jared Holly, the leadoff shortstop. Number 1, Levi Hall, the right fielder. Number 8, Reese Sammons, the center fielder. Number 11, Robert Ergang, the second baseman. At pitcher, number 21, Corey Fuller. Left field, number 10, Blake Gribben. The catcher, number 25, Trevor Pelfrey. And at first base, number 4, James Booth. Number 30, and your third baseman, Peyton Sodervik. And that's the lineup for Wabash. And now for your Blackford Bruins. Starting off, leading off the night in center field, number 8, Shane Elam. The shortstop, number 2, Braxton Strait. And that pitcher tonight, getting a little bit of some action at the pitcher's mound, is normally the catcher, number 10, Caleb Mealy. At first base, number 13, Dayton Dow. Blaine Riddle at second base, he's number 6. Number 17, the third baseman, Jake Ross. And at catcher, number 23, Tyler Cagle. Number 12, Dalton Willman is out in left field this evening. And ending your lineup tonight is number 5, Charlie Cranston out in right field. So a lot going on for the Blackford Athletics. The baseball team, obviously, the varsity is playing at home. The JV is playing at Wapahani. And the Lady Bruins softball is at Southern Wells. So a lot of action going on for Blackford Athletics tonight is in the way of baseball and softball. And I will try to keep you up to date on the scores and what's going on with your Bruins squad. So right now, sit tight. We're going to do a little quick intro. We're going to let the Bruins get out on the field and warm up. And then we're hopefully going to get this game going.
Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And we're back, and thank you for that. And again, like I always say, make sure you're checking out our sponsors and letting them know that you appreciate them being able to make this possible for you to watch and while this is going on. Right now they're calling the lineups here at Bruin Field, and it's a cold one tonight. The stands are all but empty. I believe I see maybe 4 or 5, no, 3. Nope, there is 5 on the Bruin side, and as for Wabash, they have none. No fans in the stand, and basically that's because it is extremely cold outside. The wind is blowing. Their hair is moving on their heads. So this is a very windy field down here. The flag is going in a direction, looks like maybe west to east. And I know on the way down here, it's a long walk from the parking lot down to the press box. And it was very cold, very windy, right in your face. Just a cold, cold air moving through. So this is going to be an interesting doubleheader tonight. We'll see how the Bruins do. And while we're sitting here and waiting for the national anthem to play and the introductions to be given, we'll take a break and hear from one of our sponsors.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco bread sticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And as the national anthem finishes playing, and we're going to get started on some Bruin action hopefully here soon. Again, Tyler Cagle coming off first base and going to be your catcher this evening, and Caleb Mealy finally seeing something other than the mask in front of him. And I've seen Caleb pitch a couple of times, and he has definitely got some speed and definitely has a lot of movement on his curveballs. So hopefully we get to see him pull out another win tonight, and the Bruins improve to 2-3 on the season. So while we're waiting on the Bruins to finish up their warm-up, we'll go ahead and take another quick break from our sponsor, and we'll be right back with some Bruin action.
Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day, and never forget we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
And we're back. Maybe just a couple more pitches. Yep, Mealy giving the sign, letting them know that we're going down on this one, and we're going to get the game started. And the first up to bat, as I said earlier, is going to be number 19, Jared Hawley, the shortstop. The Apaches are 1-0 on the season. So they're looking to improve their record to 2-0 against the Bruins. And Hawley just now approaching the plate. Nope, waiting for his coach, the Blackford Bruins defense. Just getting set, giving Mealy some encouraging words. Mealy, the sophomore. And it looks like we've got just a little bit of snow coming down now to start off. And Mealy takes one in the dirt for ball one. So 1-0 count now on this cold day. Mealy delivers the pitch, another one in the dirt, ball two. Mealy struggling here in the beginning just to find the strike zone. Mealy accepts the sign, now to the full wind-up, delivers the pitch, hits the outside corner, strike one. 2-1 count now on Hawley. Mealy again looking for the sign. And gets the pitch, wind up, and puts one inside, fouled off for two now. So 2-2 count now for Holly. Immediately looking in at the sign, starts his wind up, delivers a pitch way outside for ball 3. The count now full. Holly, your lead off, shortstop. Immediately looking in at the sign, delivers the pitch, and that ball right down the middle, hit to the shortstop. Braxton able to make a play on it and throws him out at first base. So 1 out now for the Bruins. And up to bat now, number 1, Levi Hall, the right fielder for the Apaches. Immediately looking in at the sign, delivers the wind up and throws it way over his head, over Hall's head for ball 1. That ball seemed to just gain height as it came in, almost like a softball rise ball. Now immediately delivering the second, ball 2. So a 2-0 count now for Hall, 1 out for the Apaches. Immediately approaching the mound. Out of the windup, delivers the pitch, another outside, ball 3. So now Mealy throw 3 straight balls to Hall, 3-0 count, 1 out for the Apaches. Hall resting the bat on his shoulder. Mealy now delivers the pitch, and it's way outside and behind the catcher, Cagle, unable to take it. Hall trying to advance that extra base and gets it. Hall now at second base on a wild pitch. So Hall walked and gets a double out of it. And that's not good for the Bruins. That's not the way we wanted to start this game off. And now number 8, Reese Samons, the center fielder, up to bat with Hall on second. Mealy delivering a pitch, and that one had some heat on it, just a little bit high for ball 1. Samons with only about an 8 to 10 foot lead, not much for a second base lead. Mealy delivers the pitch, and that ball right down the middle, strike 1. A 1-1 count now for Samons, the center fielder for the Apaches. Mealy delivers that pitch almost in the exact same spot, but gets the ball called on that one. A 2-1 count now, 1 out. Mealy out of the stretch now. Delivers the pitch, that one right in the zone for strike 2. A 2-2 count now. 1 out for the Apaches. Hall with a short lead off. Doesn't want to get picked off. Mealy delivers the pitch, and it's fouled off and now still a 2-2 count for Samons. 1 out for the Apaches. Hall on second, a little bit bigger lead this time. Mealy delivers the pitch, and it's hit, and that looks like it's going to be way foul, out of play. Mealy now with his 14th pitch of the game, looking for 15. A 2-2 count now on Samons, 1 out on the Apaches. Hall on second, not much of a lead. Mealy with a curveball, doesn't come anywhere near the plate for ball 3. Full count now. 1 out. Hall, little bit bigger lead this time. Mealy throws one right down the middle, getting Samons to swing for strike 3. 2 outs now for the Apaches. So Hall still out there on second. Robert Ergang on up to the plate. He's your second baseman, number 11. Wearing a hooded sweatshirt. You can definitely tell these boys are cold, trying to get warm any way they can. And the first pitch by Mealy, a little low for ball one. 1-0 count now for Ergang. Swinging strike one. That ball was right down the middle. Ergang swinging, not coming anywhere close to it, and gets the strike call. A 1-1 count now, 2 outs for the Apaches. Mealy delivers the pitch, and it's fouled off, and it's called foul. That ball rode right down the third base line, and lucky for the Bruins, they got the foul ball call by the home plate umpire. Mealy now out of the stretch, looking back at Hall, delivers the pitch, a little high, ball 2. 2-2 count now for Mealy, 2 outs. 2-2 count now for Ergang, 2 outs. Mealy looks in for the sign, delivers the pitch, and catches him swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. And as with that, we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Locally owned, Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straight's Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koppel's Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we're back, and if my counter is right, Mealy with 19 pitches on the inning. 2 strikeouts, both swinging, and 1 walk. So a very good inning for the sophomore pitcher. And leading off tonight is still number 8, Shane Elam, playing center field. And it looks like the umpire is going to give Fuller 2 more pitches before he calls it and says, let's get the game going. Elam batting a 167 this year, has 1 hit on the season. And it looks like he'll be finishing up here real soon, and we'll get this thing going. And while we're waiting, if you're suffering from neck or back pain, or suffering from migraines, or have a colicky baby, call Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic. They have many techniques to relieve these and many more symptoms with chiropractic care. Located at 1501 North Walnut in Hartford City. And the Apaches getting in position. Elam looking ready to go. And the first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. And Elam gets a hold of 1, and that ball's going to be down on the ground for a base hit. The Apache player did not even make an attempt to catch it. It looked like a very catchable ball, but just didn't make an attempt, didn't even try, just let the ball fall in front of him and letting Elam take his base, and that could prove to be a bad choice for him. Up to bat now, Braxton Straight, the senior shortstop, batting a 111 with 1 hit, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored this year. Now the lefty Fuller, the pitcher, already tried one pickoff move with Elam. Elam dancing around out there on second base, and the first pitch was a ball outside. Elam getting a nice lead off, a little bit shorter this time, but unafraid of the lefty pitcher. Fuller comes set, delivers the pitch, and Elam goes. And he's safe at second. Elam with a stolen base to start off the Bruins. Now in scoring position. I believe that last pitch was called a ball as well. So a 2-0 count now for Straight. Elam again with a lead off. A nice, continuously getting it bigger and bigger. And Fuller steps off and says, "No, you need to go back." So here we are again, starting again. The lefty Fuller, approaching the mound, getting set, taking a look at Elam, delivering the pitch. Elam's going to third, and the third baseman runs forward, and Elam's going to score on a stolen base. Elam scores off of an error by the third baseman. I'm not sure why he decided to run in. I don't know if he thought that Braxton was bunting. Maybe I didn't see that. Braxton may have squared up to bunt. But now Fuller out of the stretch, delivering the pitch, and that ball's low for ball 3. Yes, a 3-0 count now on Straight. Nope, looks like a 3-1 count on Straight. And the pitch comes in, and Straight gets a hold of one, and that's a high fly ball into right center field. The right fielder out there able to make the play for the first out of the inning. So we're in the bottom of the first inning here. Now Mealy up to bat, the pitcher for the game, looking down at Ugan for the call. Now approaching the plate. Fuller out of the stretch. Starts his wind up, delivers the ball, and that one in the dirt for ball 1. So the Bruins out to a fast start on the Apaches, a 1-0 now. A 1-0 count for Mealy. No out, or 1 out. Mealy checks his swing on a called strike. A 1-1 count now for Mealy. 1 out for the Bruins. The Bruins up by 1-0 with Fuller the pitcher. And that ball in the dirt for ball 2. A 2-0 count now for Mealy. Fuller, the left-handed pitcher. Fuller at the windup, delivers the pitch, and that ball again in the dirt for ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Fuller. And that pitch right down the middle for strike 1, 2. So a full count now for Mealy, 1 out for the Bruins. Fuller, your pitcher for the Apaches, delivers that pitch, and Mealy gets a hold of it, and it looks like that's going to be out of play for foul ball. So still a full count for Mealy. 1 out for the Bruins. And the pitch is delivered. Mealy gets a hold of it again. The third baseman snags it, but unable to get up and make the throw, and Mealy is safe at first. So that's going to be should be called a fielder's choice. He decided not to try to make the play and throw Mealy out. just kept a hold of it. Now Mealy coming out to get his jacket to keep his arm warm. Again, a very cold day out today. And sorry about that. Had to take a call from my mom and get her to the the Lady Bruins game up in Southern Wales. And I believe we're in an 0-1 count now for Dow. Dow strikes one right up the middle, a line drive, and advances Mealy to second base. The center fielder able to keep the runners from advancing too far. So Mealy with a grounder to third. And Dow now with a line drive to center field. And the Bruins on a roll against the Apaches. Now Riddle up to bat. Fuller delivering that pitch. It was way outside, but caught Riddle swinging for strike one. We have runners on first and second. Dow on first. Mealy on second. Riddle up to bat. Riddle squares up to bunt. Hits it down the third base line. And the third baseman again with another mistake. Heads over to third base and the shortstop and the pitcher just not knowing what's going on, it looks. And the pitcher, Fuller, not happy with what just happened. The bases are loaded now. Bases are loaded. The catcher out to talk to Fuller to calm him down because he was not happy about that last play. But Jake Ross now up to bat with one out for the Bruins. And Fuller's delivering the pitch a little high for ball one. So Bruins, the Blackford Bruins leading the Wabash Apaches 1-0. Ross with a 1-0 count with one out on the Bruins. Fuller delivers the pitch, and that one right down the middle, belt high for strike one. The Bruins looking to force Fuller to put the ball in the strike zone. And Fuller with another pitch, and it's outside for ball two. A 2-1 count now for Fuller. And the Bruins with bases loaded. Riddle on first, Dow on second, Mealy on third. The pitch delivered right down the middle, a little low, and Ross swings and makes a little contact to foul it off. A 2-2 count now for Ross. One out for the Bruins. Bruins leading 1-0 over the Apaches. And Fuller with the pitch and gets Ross swinging at an outside pitch for the second out of the inning. And we should have number 23, Tyler Cagle, up to bat. Tyler probably had some of his catcher's gear still on. So has to take it off to make this plate appearance. Cagle on the season, batting a 100 with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Fuller now with the pitch, and that ball's on the outside corner for strike one. And Fuller out of the windup, delivers the pitch. Oh, another one on the outside corner for strike two. The umpires Strike zone getting a little extensive. That one was just a little bit outside. Mealy starts heading home, and it looks like we have a timeout or a balk. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on, but the Apache coach out to talk to the umpire. And it looks like they're calling a balk and allowing Mealy to score that run. And the umpire still explaining to the coach what's going on. Now Cagle out to talk to Ugan. Probably not a smart move by the Apache Fuller to pitch out of the windup with bases loaded like that. And now the umpires are going to go ahead and have a conversation about this. So while we're waiting on the umpires to finish that up, we'll go ahead and have a word from our sponsors.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back, and as you could tell, the umpire's sticking with his call. Mealy definitely scored that run on that stolen base. And the first pitch to Cagle was fouled off, still an 0-2 count, and now the last pitch just pitched and called high for ball one. So now Cagle with a 1-2 count, 2 outs for the Bruins. Runners on second and third, and Cagle gets a hold of that one, hits it to the third baseman. And the third baseman able to stretch out and make that play to end the inning with 3 outs. And on that note, we'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day, and never forget we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
And we're back, and I'm just messing around with the camera here just to try and get a better angle to show more of the game. So Mealy finishing up his warm-ups now. But again, at Blackford with another great half inning of offensive baseball. Scoring 2 on that one on a stolen base. Well, both scores on a stolen base. And the Wabash Apaches not happy with what's going on. And so up to bat for the Apaches, we have, it looks like, number 21, the pitcher, Kyle Fuller. He takes the first pitch, ball 1. And Mealy recording his 20th pitch of the game. That pitch right down the middle for strike 1. A 1-1 count now for the lefty Fuller. Mealy pitching out of the windup. Delivers the pitch way outside, but gets Fuller swinging for strike 2. Fuller shaking his head. Doesn't know which way to go right now. Approaching the plate. Mealy delivering the pitch outside for ball 1. Mealy trying to get Fuller to reach out for that one again, but Fuller says no thank you. A 2-2 count now for Fuller. Mealy delivering the pitch, and Fuller gets a hold of it. It's a high fly ball to left field. Willman unable to get to it. It falls short, and Fuller with a base hit. So a runner on first. Fuller, your pitcher. Looks like now he's going to get a courtesy runner, number 23, Jasper Walter. So Walter now on first base. Up to bat, number 10, Blake Gribben, the left fielder for the Apaches. No outs. And the first pitch comes in for ball 1. So Gribben, the left-handed batter, looking down at the coach for the sign, steps up to the plate. And now Walter with a short lead off, a very conservative lead off, and Mealy with the pickoff attempt, and he's safe. So the head coach again giving the sign to both Walter and Gribben. Mealy out of the stretch now, delivers the pitch on the inside corner for strike 1, and at the same time, Cagle throwing down to first for the pickoff move, but unsuccessful. So 1-1 count now for Gribben. Walter on first. No outs for the Apaches. Mealy out of the stretch. Delivers the pitch, and it's inside, but Gribben gets a hold of it and fouls it right back into his left leg. And he's dancing around just a little bit. That had to hurt. Again, this is a doubleheader today for the Bruins and the Apaches. As soon as this game's over, they're going to take a short break and get right back to the action. The light's on here at Bruin Field. A 1-2 count now for Gribben. Mealy, the pitcher, delivers the pitch. It's a curveball and gets him swinging for strike 3. 1 out now for the Apaches. And Gribben had no answer for that one. He at least attempted that swing and didn't let it just go by. But that ball had some movement on it from Mealy. 1 out now for the Apaches. The pitch is delivered. It's a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Mealy settling into a nice groove here. Out of the stretch, delivers the pitch, and it's well past Cagle. Cagle can't find it, and Walter stays up at second. That ball was in the dirt, went right under Cagle's legs, and on back to the backstop. Blackford with about a 30 to 40 foot backstop here, maybe even a little bit farther. So when that ball gets behind the catcher, it's out there. And Mealy delivers that fastball down the middle and gets Pelfrey swinging. Trevor Pelfrey, the catcher now for the Apaches, up to bat with a 1-2 count, 1 out for the Apaches. On deck, we're going to have Booth. Mealy with another pickoff move, and Walter is safe. Mealy now out of the stretch, looking in for the sign, delivers the pitch, and that's a fastball right down the middle for strike 3 again. And the Apaches now with 2 outs, and Mealy recording his 4th strikeout of the game. Up to bat, number 4, James Booth, the first baseman. Another lefty for the Apaches. Mealy out of the stretch, delivers the pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 1. Blackford still leading 2-0 in the bottom of the second, top of the second. Mealy out of the stretch, delivers that fastball down the middle, and Booth able to foul it off. A 1-1 count now for Booth, the first baseman. Mealy now at the mound, getting the sign. Walter with about a nice hefty lead off, but Mealy unworried about him because he's going after that batter for strike 2. That ball was high and outside, and Booth just swinging, hoping that he gets lucky with that one. Mealy getting the sign again, not worried about the runner, goes ahead and delivers that pitch, and it's fouled off by Booth. And I'm pretty sure I have missed quite a few pitches of Mealy's, so I am done keeping count of that for now. Mealy again, Walter with a huge lead off. Mealy delivers the pitch, and Walter checks up. And the umpire says that he swung. Cagle gets the ball and tags him out to end the inning. And that's going to do it for the top of the second. We're going to move into the bottom of the third after these messages from our sponsors.
Locally owned Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Strait, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koppel's Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we're back as Dalton Willman takes the plate. Dalton, the left fielder for the Bruins, with an on-base percentage of a .250, takes the first pitch for strike 1 on the inside corner. Dalton, the sophomore for Blackford, again approaching the plate. Fuller still the pitcher for the Apaches, and delivers that pitch, and Dalton fouls it straight back for an 0-2 count. So we're here in the bottom of the second. The wind's still moving the trees out in the outfield. Still cold outside. Fuller delivering the pitch, and Dalton gets a hold of it, drives it and that ball. And Dalton hits a grounder to shortstop. The shortstop doesn't make a very good throw to the first baseman. The ball goes all the way back to the fence, where Dalton continues running to second, and the First baseman throws and tries to get him out. Actually had the tag able to be made, but Dalton called safe. So now we've got Dalton Willman on second base. And now Charlie Cranston up to bat. Fouls off his first pitch with a bunt attempt. And Dalton, we're going to give him that hit as an E6 on the shortstop. And now the Wabash Apaches coach calling timeout, trying to get a hold of his team here. And the voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your local newspaper with local news about local people. Pick your copy up at multiple locations in Hartford City and Montpelier. Published every Tuesday with yearly subscriptions available. The voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Call Danny at 765-251-4903. And the coach done talking to Fuller. And let's see if we can get some ball going again. The count, according to the board out there, is 0-1. One strike on Cranston with that bumped foul. Fuller delivers the pitch. Cranston squares up but pulls it back. And the call is strike. So now Cranston with an 0-2 count. Willman still on second base. Ugan, you can tell, really wanted that bunt to be laid down to get Willman onto third. And Cranston now takes the third pitch, low for ball one. So the bottom of the second, the Bruins up 2-0, no outs, a 1-2 count now for Cranston. Fuller out of the stretch, delivers the pitch. Cranston swings and grounds it to shortstop. Looks back Willman where he stays and gets the out for the first out against Cranston. So Willman stays where he's at on second base. And Cranston gets thrown out at first on a grounder to the shortstop. So now we're back at the top of the lineup. Elam, the center fielder, again batting a 167, is what got this all started because he stole every base on the field, and he bunts one and sends it foul for strike one. So Elam trying to move Willman, but hits one foul. It was a nice short bunt. Now Ugan calling him over to have a little talk with him about what he may want him to do for this at bat. And as he comes back, okay, still an 0-1 count for Elam. Willman on second. Fuller delivers the pitch. Elam swings away for strike two. So 0-2 count now for Elam. One out for the Bruins. And Fuller steps off to send Dalton back. And Fuller delivers the pitch, and it's way outside, getting Elam to swing, and comes nowhere close for the second out of the inning. So that's the Bruins' first strikeout of the game. Nah, it can't be. I just haven't been keeping track, apparently. So 2 outs now for the Bruins. 2-0 lead over the Apaches, and Fuller delivers that pitch low for ball one. Straight up to bat now. Flew out to right field his last at bat, and now Fuller again stepping off the mound. Not comfortable with how he's feeling. He steps back up out of the stretch. Willman with a short lead off. Fuller delivers that pitch, and that's called high, ball 2. Straight back at the plate immediately. And Willman with an even shorter leadoff, stretching it out. Fuller with the pitch, and Elam gets a hold of it. It's back out into right field. The right fielder camping out underneath of it to end the inning. Not the way we wanted to start off that. We had a good start off for the bottom of the second, but unable to capitalize. And Blackford still up 2-0 in the top of the third now. So we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back. Cagle just now giving the sign to say he's ready to throw down. Mealy still your pitcher. No changes in the infield or the outfield, as far as I can tell. Nope, everything's still looking about the same. And up to bat for the Apaches it should be number 30, Peyton Sodervik. And it is. And the first pitch by Mealy is strike 1. And Mealy out of the wind up, delivers a second pitch outside, ball 1. 1-1 count now for Mealy. And Sodervik standing in the box and takes one inside for ball 2. It is the top of the third inning, and Mealy delivers that pitch for ball 3. So a 3-1 count now for Sodervik. No outs, top of the third inning. Mealy delivers that pitch right down the middle, and that ball goes way foul, out of play, to bring the count to full. A full count now for Sodervik. Mealy's the pitcher, out of the windup. Delivers the pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 4 to walk Sodervik. That's Mealy's second walk of the game. He's delivered 5 strikeouts. Ended the last inning with a strikeout. And if you're on Facebook, just giving you the view that I have with all the equipment that's going on. And we're not going to have it very long. And Holly lays down the bunt to Mealy. Mealy able to field it pretty clean to get the out. Sodervik still able to advance to second. And we're going to finish this out here. So, Levi Hall, the right fielder who walked his last at-bat, takes a pitch, and he drives that one way foul. He got a hold of that one. That one looked really good. It was a high and inside pitch, and he drove that thing pretty far out into the field, but it went foul. Mealy still out of the stretch, delivers another fastball high for ball one. A 1-1 count now for Hall, the right fielder. Again, walked his last at-bat, top of the third inning, 2-0 Blackford. And he gets a hold of that one, and another one goes foul. So he's taking them to opposite corners now. Took the first pitch to left field, and now the third pitch to right field. So a 1-2 count now for Hall. Not afraid to swing the bat. One out for the Apaches. A runner on second. Down 2-0. Mealy delivering a curveball, and he hits the strike zone and gets him looking. So Hall goes down looking. And up to bat, we have Reese Samons, the center fielder, struck out swinging his last at-bat. Takes the first pitch for ball one. 2 outs now for the Apaches. Down 2-0. Top of the third. A 1-0 count for Samons. Mealy out of the stretch. Delivers high for ball two. Sodervik with a very conservative leadoff. About half the distance of half the teams we faced already this year. Only about a 10-foot leadoff. Straight getting back into position. Mealy delivers another curveball and just misses the inside corner for ball three. That ball had a lot of movement on it. Came in real slow. Cagle starts to stand up thinking that it was going to be high, and it drops straight to the ground along with Cagle. Mealy now delivering another pitch. 4 straight balls this at-bat. And walks Samons. So 3 walks now for Mealy with 3 strikeouts, 2 looking, and 4 swinging. Up to bat, number 11, Robert Ergang, the second baseman, struck out swinging his last at-bat. 2 outs for the Apaches. Runners on first and second. Mealy out of the stretch, checking out the runner at second, delivers the pitch straight to the shortstop, and Braxton goes ahead and keeps the ball, hustles over to second base to get the out and to end the inning. And so we'll be back after this word from our sponsors with the bottom of the third inning.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
And we're back after those words from our sponsors. And just trying a little something new here. And it won't be a lot of information, but up to bat. Let's see if this works. Nope. Taking it a little bit of time to load. Not sure why things are running slow today. There we go. Mealy up to... That shouldn't be it. That should be the home team, not the away team. And that is just not right, so we're going to remove that. And the first pitch was a ball. And the pitch number 2, low for ball 2. And now let's see if we can try this again. And maybe I have things a little mixed up. And I apparently do. And that ball back behind the catcher for ball 3. So a 3-0 count now for Mealy. Fuller's still the pitcher, delivering the pitch out of the windup, and that one hits the inside corner for strike 1. And Fuller again out of the windup. 3-1 count now for Mealy, and Mealy gets a hold of it. A short looper to the pitcher, and he's out at first. So 1 out now for the Bruins. Up to bat, the center fielder, Dayton Dow. Dow, a lefty, again batting a .286 on the season with 4 hits, 3 RBIs, and a 1 run scored. And he drives the first pitch up the middle. Second baseman able to handle it and throws to first to get the second out of the inning. So 2 up now, 2 down for the Bruins. And up to bat next, we should have Blaine Riddle, the second baseman. Riddle batting a .300 with 3 hits and 3 runs scored. Takes the first pitch low and outside for ball 1. Fuller with the windup delivers the pitch, and Riddle swings and fouls it off. I believe that's what. Well, maybe not. Yep, hit the catcher. So he fouled it off for a 1-1 count now for Riddle. 2 outs for the Bruins. And the umpire's giving the catcher a little bit of a break after taking 1. And Riddle up, approaching the plate. 1-1 count, 2 outs, and that one right down the middle, and Riddle fouls it off for the second strike. The fans starting to roll in. The Blackford's bullpen has some action. 2 guys out there, Dow, and it looks like McNeil out there warming up. Riddle with a 1-2 count, 2 outs for the Bruins, and Riddle gets a hold of one, and it's going out to right field, and the right fielder able to camp out underneath of it and make the easy play to end the inning. So no hits, no runs scored in the bottom of the third, and we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Locally owned, Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Strait, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And Mealy still your pitcher, so a little bit of little changes happening in the infield. Colton McNeil now at third base. Jake Ross out, sitting the bench. And everything else looks to be the same. Dow still on first, Riddle on second, Straight on at short. Willman out in left, Elam in center, and Cranston still out in right. Cagle still your catcher, calling for the throwdown sign. We're in the top of the fourth. 2-0 Blackford lead. And it looks like we're going to have number 21 for the Apaches, Corey Fuller, the left-handed pitcher. He flew out to left field his last at bat. The Apaches still trying to get something going here late in the game in the top of the fourth. He approaches the plate. Mealy delivers the inside pitch, and Fuller fouls it off, strike one. Fuller stepping back a little bit farther away from the plate this pitch. Mealy delivers that curveball on the inside, and Fuller just looking at it like, yeah, I should have never swung at that one. There was no way I was going to get a hold of it. Shaking his head, shaking that pitch off. An 0-2 count now for Fuller. Mealy out of the windup. Delivers another curveball, and Fuller gets a hold of it, and it's over Dalton Willman's head out in left field. Willman able to get it in, and Fuller has nowhere to go, trying to extend his single out to a double, and gets caught. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. Fuller had the single easy. I don't know if he was told to go or not, but he tried to extend it. Willman gets the ball into straight then relays it to Riddle, and Riddle stands there and has him by about 12 to 15 feet, and Fuller just stands up and lets him have the out. So up to bat now is number 10, Blake Gribben. Gribben takes the first pitch for ball one. One out for the Apaches. The Apaches had the opportunity to keep a runner on, but let it go by trying to extend it out. And that pitch was a swing and a miss for Gribben for a 1-1 count. One out for the Apaches. And it looks like there's some bullpen action in the Apache side as well. And the third pitch comes in, ball two for Gribben. And Ross out warming up for the Bruins. And it looks like number 4 for the Apaches, James Booth. And Gribben hits one down to the first base line. Dow able to handle it fairly easy for the second out of the inning. So number 25, Trevor Pelfrey up to bat. Trevor struck out swinging his last at bat. And he gets a hold of one, the first pitch. And Willman trying to make a play on it, but it's out of play. So 0-1 count now for Pelfrey. 2 outs for the Apaches. The bullpen has stopped for the Apaches. The bullpen still going strong with Ross for the Bruins. Mealy out of the windup. Delivers the pitch, a curveball, and hung it just a little high for ball one. 1-1 count now for Pelfrey. Mealy with the windup, and Pelfrey fouls one off. A 1-2 count now for Pelfrey. 2 outs for the Apaches. Again, the Apache bullpen has stopped, but Jake Ross still warming up out there. Jake threw last night, very limited. And Mealy with a curveball on the outside for ball 2. Ross pitched a few pitches last night, maybe 25 to 30. Not enough to keep him out of today's game. And Mealy with another curve. Cagle unable to handle it. Tries to throw him out, but throws it too high for Dow to handle. And that's going to be putting a runner on first base. Pelfrey making it to first base on a catcher error. And up to bat now, number 4, James Booth. And this could be why the bullpen for the Apaches has stopped, because Booth is up to bat. And that pitch right down the middle, belt high for strike one. Booth didn't even take the bat off his shoulder, just let it fly. Now an 0-1 count. Runner on first only has about a 4'5", 6 now, 7 foot lead Mealy with a high pitch, ball one. That pitch was up around Booth's chest area, and he laid off of that one and took the count 1-1. Pelfrey out there with the lead, and Cagle tries picking him off after the pitch, but got Dow moving off the bag and unable to make a play. A 2-1 count now for Booth. Pelfrey on first. Not a very big lead off. Mealy out of the stretch. Delivers the pitch, and that one's in the dirt, and Pelfrey's going to go on to second. Cagle unable to find the ball. Now throws it down to shortstop, and Colton McNeil unable to make a play, and Pelfrey's on third. So a 3-1 count now for Booth. Pelfrey on third, stealing 2 bases on the overthrow. Not on the overthrow, on the passed ball. Cagle unable to handle that curve ball from Mealy. Mealy now delivering another one out of the stretch and hits the inside corner for strike 2. A full count now for Booth. 2 outs for the Apaches. Pelfrey on third. Mealy out of the stretch in the top of the fourth. Delivers that pitch, and it's hit. And Willman out there trying to get underneath of it, and does so for the third out of the inning. So Blackford still up by 2. The Apaches unable to get anything going. And we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koppel's Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people. Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back. And the Bruins are going to be starting off with the Ross's reliever, Colton McNeil. And the Apaches have made a pitching change. They have gone with Booth as their pitcher. And as they finish up here, we'll get this going. Caleb Mealy with 6 strikeouts, only 3 walks on his pitching so far, and with a scoreless inning. I don't think he's recorded any actual hits of the game. Let me go back and check here. No. Mealy, yes, he has recorded. Fuller did get 1 hit at 1 at-bat, and that first pitch by Booth is in the dirt for ball 1. And I'm trying to get updates. So far, scoreless for the JV. And just getting the update from the Southern Wells for Lady Bruins, 1-0. Blackford in the top of the second. So Blackford Lady Bruins up 1-0 over Southern Wells early in the game, and the JV scoreless after one inning. So looks like a 2-0 count now for McNeil. Booth, the left-handed pitcher, delivers the pitch out of the stretch, and that ball's low and inside, but gets the strike call. So a 2-1 count now on McNeil. No outs for the Bruins. The Bruins up by 2. Booth, the left-handed pitcher, out of the stretch, delivers and catches the outside corner for strike 2. McNeil not swinging yet. A 2-2 count now for McNeil. Booth, the lefty, out of the stretch, delivers his fifth pitch and gets McNeil swinging for strike 3. So one out now for the Bruins. Tyler Cagle up to bat. The catcher today.
Now batting the catcher, number 23, Tyler Cagle.
Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now for Cagle. One out for the Bruins. The pitch comes in high, ball 2. Yes, ball 2. Cagle on the season batting a 100 with 1 hit, 2 RBIs, and 1 run scored. And the third pitch comes in as a strike called. So a 2-1 count now for Cagle. The pitch comes in, and that's low and inside for ball 3. 3-1 count now for Cagle. 1 out for the Bruins. The pitch is delivered outside for ball 4. So Cagle on base, on a walk. And it looks like he's going to get a reliever, number 22, Brecken Melton. Melton going to take over as a courtesy runner. Up to bat, number 14, Dalton Willman. The umpire not ready. Now Dalton approaching the plate. 1 out for the Bruins. They got Brecken Melton on first. It's a short lead off. The pitch comes in and he calls it a strike. That ball was on the batter's box, but still called strike. So the umpire extending his strike zone a little bit. He was very conservative in the beginning. Now extending it out, getting a little liberal, and calls the second one strike 2. So an 0-2 count right off the bat for Willman. Needing to start swinging here, getting a hold of some. A pitch comes in from Booth. It's a curveball way outside for ball 1. A 1-2 count now for Willman. Melton on first. 1 out for the Bruins. The Bruins up by 2. 2-0 over the Apaches. And Booth out of the stretch. Delivers that pitch in the dirt for ball 2. A 2-2 count now for Dalton Willman, the left fielder for the Bruins. Trying to record his first hit of the game. And a swing and a miss, and goes down for the second out of the inning. And up to bat now is Charlie Cranston. Charlie Cranston grounded out to the shortstop last inning. or last at bat. And that ball's behind the catcher and Melton on to second. Melton hesitated at first, but went on to second. And safe by a long shot. The catcher, the ball went all the way back to the backstop. The catcher able to finally get it, but Melton already on second. So a 1-0 count now for Cranston. 2 outs for the Bruins. Melton on second. Booth comes set. Delivers the pitch out of the windup, way outside and high for ball 2. A 2-0 count now for Cranston. The pitch comes in. That ball just a little bit high for 3-0. A third ball comes in. 3 straight balls now for Cranston. The Apache coach not looking happy. Cranston, the lefty, coming up against Booth, the lefty pitcher. That pitch delivered on the inside corner for strike 1. A 3-1 count now for Cranston. 2 outs for the Bruins. Melton on second. Bruins up by 2. The pitch delivered, and that ball's low for ball 4. Now runners on first and second. Cranston on first. Melton running for Cagle on second. And up to bat, we're going to have the center fielder, number 8, Shane Elam. Elam struck out swinging his last at-bat, looking to make a change here, and takes the first pitch for strike 1. Second pitch for Elam is low for ball 1. A 1-1 count now for Elam. 2 outs for the Bruins. Runners on first and second. Cranston on first. Melton running for Cagle on second. Booth, your pitcher, the lefty, pitches it, and Elam takes one off of the end of the bat for foul ball. A 1-2 count now for Elam. 2 outs for the Bruins. Booth struggling to get something going here. Blackford able to make contact, but unable to put one in play here in the bottom of the 4th. And Elam takes one way inside for ball 2. So a 2-2 count now for Elam. 2 outs for the Bruins. Runners on first and second still. Booth, the lefty pitcher, delivers the pitch, and it's outside and low for ball 3. A full count now for Elam. Elam being very patient in the box. The Blackford fan base is increasing. Wabash has a few fans out here now, and that pitch is outside for ball 4. So bases loaded now for Braxton Straight. Straight batting a 111 with 1 hit, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored this year. His last at bat was a fly out to right field. Looking to put one down on the ground to score some runs now with 2 outs. 2-0 count, or I'm sorry, not a 2-0 count. Blackford is up by 2 in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 count now for Straight. Pitch comes in outside, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Straight. The fans definitely have some cold weather gear on. I see some with blankets and hoodies and some with Carhartts on. So definitely a cold day out here as the third ball comes in for Straight. So a 3-0 count now for Straight. Runners on first, second, and third. Bases loaded. And that pitch comes in and he gets walked, scoring Melton. And now Mealy up to bat. Uh-oh. There we go. So we have a 3-0 game. Wabash calls a quick timeout to get things straight, talk to his team. And Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana for drywall, steel studs, and Armstrong ceiling and insulation. Founded on principle and built on purpose. Contact Aaron Farrell at 260-471-2181. All right, the timeout over. The Apache coach not real happy with his team and their performance right now. The Apaches just getting their season started off. They're a 1-0 record. And Booth pitches that one in the dirt, and it goes behind the catcher, and Cranston scores easy standing up. So now runners on second and third, 4-0 for the Bruins. Mealy is up to bat. Mealy's still the pitcher. No action in the bullpen. Maybe a change when he comes back out, unsure. But as for now, he's still your pitcher. Booth with the pitch, and Mealy gets a hold of one. It's a high fly ball. And the right fielder camped out underneath of it, makes the catch to end the fourth inning. And Blackford's now up by 4, scores 2 that inning. And we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Foundation's Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day, and never forget we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials. While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And we're back. Mealy is still your pitcher. And it looks like everything else is still the same. Dow at first, Riddle at second, Straight at third or at short, and McNeil at third. The outfield also still looking same with Willman, Elam, and Cranston. So the Apaches down by 4 now in the top of the 5th. And up to bat is Sodervik, I believe. Yes, Sodervik. And Mealy's first pitch low and away for ball 1. And the Apache bullpen now starting to warm up. Looks like number 18, Joe Leland. And Mealy's second pitch is another one outside for ball 2. And that pitch right down the middle, and Sodervik fouls it straight back for strike 1. And Ross still out there warming up in the Blackford bullpen. 2-1 count now for Sodervik, and that pitch is another high, 3-1. And Sodervik gets a hold of one, and he flies out to second base. So 1 out now in the bottom or the top of the 5th. Up to bat, number 19, Jared Holly, the shortstop, grounded out to shortstop, and then had a bunt down the first base line. for his second at-bat. So 0-2 for the, or 0-1 for his at-bats, and he drives one to shortstop, straight picks it up, makes the throw to first, and records the second out of the inning. So Blackford defense looking real strong and real solid here in the top of the fifth. Up to bat, number 1, Levi Hall. The right fielder walked his first at-bat, struck out looking his second, and Mealy looking to record another one here. Mealy out of the windup, starts his pitch, delivers right down the middle, and Hall hits one over Elam's head, and that ball's going to the fence. He stretched it out to a double. The coach waving him on to third and says, nope, stay at second. And he pulls out a double on Mealy in the top of the fifth. That ball was definitely over Elam's head. He had no chance of getting to it. So a 2-out double in the top of the fifth by Hall brings up Samons, the center fielder. Struck out swinging his first at-bat, got to walk his second. And he's on a 2-out pitch here, and he fouls one straight back for strike one. A 0-1 count now for Samons. Hall on second base with that double into center field. Mealy out of the stretch now. Delivers the pitch. It's a curveball high for ball one. A 1-1 count now for Samons. Mealy out of the stretch. Delivers the pitch. It was high, but Samons reaches for it. And that ball does not go out, but the catcher and McNeil unable to make a play on it, and it falls to the ground for strike two. So 1-2 count now for Samons. Everybody going back into position. The ball landed just shy of the home field dugout. A 1-2 count for Samons, 2 outs for the Apaches. Mealy delivering the pitch out of the stretch. It's a curveball and misses the outside corner for 2. Ball 2. 2-2 count now for Samons, 2 outs for the Apaches. The fans wearing their cold weather gear with their Carhartts and long sleeves. And Samons fouls one off. And Dow able to make the play to end the inning. And we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
Locally owned Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koffels Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. 765. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we're back, and the first pitch is a line drive out to right field, over the right fielder's head, down, extending it out for a double, and Nugan calling him off on the double. A nice play, the very first pitch of the bottom of the fifth inning, and Dow takes one to deep right field to the warning track. Dow getting a pinch runner now. Strobel the runner for Dow. Up to bat now is going to be number 6, Blaine Riddle. Riddle had a bunt earlier to advance the runners. And the umpire recording the pinch runner for Dow. So at the bottom of the fifth, we've got Strobel running for Dow on second. 4-0 lead for the Bruins. Riddle up to bat. And Booth out of the stretch delivers the pitch outside for ball one. And I will continue to update you guys as the scores come in. And it looks like I've got one here. Bottom of the second for the JV squad. 7-0. And we are down. We are down 7-0. Bottom of the second for the JV squad as Riddle fouls one off. A 1-1 count now for Riddle. No outs. Strobel running for Dow on that beautiful double. And Booth tries the pickoff move, and Strobel makes it back easy. The last update I had for the Lady Bruins up in Southwood, they were still ahead 1-0 in the second inning. And that ball in the dirt for ball 2. And I haven't recorded the runner on second. There you go. So Strobel on second, running for Dow. Riddle up to bat with a 2-1 count. Booth, your left-handed pitcher for the Apaches. Out of the stretch, delivers, and Riddle squares up to bunt and pulls it back, but it's still called strike 2. 2-2 count now for Riddle. No outs for the Bruins. Strobel with a nice lead. Booth, your pitcher, delivers the pitch out of the stretch and gets Riddle swinging for strike 3. 1 out now for the Bruins. Colton McNeil up to bat. Ross still out there in the bullpen warming up. 4-0 Bruin lead. Strobel extending his lead out. Booth with the pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count now for McNeil. Strobel on second, running for Dow. The pitch comes in. McNeil squares off and pulls back for ball 2. 2-0 count now for McNeil. McNeil getting the call from Coach Ugan. Booth now out of the stretch, and he squares up to bunt again, pulls it back for strike 1. The ball just hits the outside corner, a little low, but enough for the umpire to call it a strike. A 2-1 count now. No outs for the Bruins. 1 out for the Bruins. And Booth steps off and makes Strobel go back. So the Bruins now with 1 out. A 2-1 count now for McNeil. The pitch comes in, and McNeil lays down a bunt. The pitcher gets to it and tries to make the throw, but he lobs it in there, and McNeil beats it out for a safe call. Strobel advancing to third. Now runners on the corner. One out still for the Bruins, and Cagle up to bat. Cagle calling a quick timeout to tie his shoes. Cagle, the senior, going to IU next year. Already been accepted for something to do with media. I'll get more of that information as the season goes on, and we'll talk about it a little more later. But one out for the Bruins. Runners on the corners. Booth, the pitcher. And he tries the pickoff move with McNeil, and McNeil was only about 4 feet off the base. Not far enough to try a pickoff move, but he still does it anyway. Yeah, Booth delivers the pitch, and that's way outside for ball one. McNeil goes and was going to be thrown out, but the ball was not able to be handled by the middle infielders, so he was safe. Strobel goes ahead and comes on into home, and play was tried to be made at home, but unsuccessful as well. Now Blackford up 5-0. 5-0, a 1-0 count for Cagle. McNeil on second. Booth, your pitcher for the Apaches, delivers the pitch out of the stretch, and Cagle fouls it off. Booth now steps off the mound and sends McNeil back to the base. Now Booth out of the stretch. Cagle tries to bunt, unable to make contact. Strike call. Second strike. A 1-2 count now. One out for the Bruins. McNeil on second. 5-0 lead for the Bruins. Booth with the pitch, and that ball just a little high for ball two. That pitch looked good. If I were Cagle, I would have definitely swung at that one. But he lays off of it and gets the ball. So a 2-2 count now. One out for the Bruins. McNeil on second. Booth delivers the pitch low and away for ball three. The count now full. Booth struggling here to get something going on the mound. Pitching out of the stretch, a lefty. Delivers the pitch, and that's high, and Cagle walks. Cagle walks his second at bat this night. One out for the Bruins. Now Willman up to bat, and Melton coming out to run for the catcher, Cagle. Dalton Willman up to bat. Melton, the courtesy runner for your catcher, Cagle. McNeil out on second. Willman up to bat. Booth with the pitch. That pitch down the middle for strike one. An 0-1 count now for Dalton. Runners on first and second. A 5-0 lead for the Bruins. One out. Bottom of the fifth. And Willman squares up to bunt, makes an attempt at it, and misses it way right. That ball was outside by about 10 to 12 inches. Willman still trying to get out there, but can't make contact. 0-2 count now for Willman. Brecken and McNeil on first and second. That pitch outside for ball one. A 1-2 count now with one out. Bottom of the fifth. Booth, your pitcher, delivers the pitch, and that pitch is swinging for strike three. Two outs now in the top of the fifth for the Bruins. Charlie Cranston up to bat.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Charlie Cranston.
1-1 Charlie takes the first pitch, called strike one. Cranston, a junior at Blackford, playing in his first varsity game this season. And check that. McNeil gets the pitcher to balk, allowing him to take the base at third. So now runners on second and third. That's the second balk call of the game against the Apaches. Once you come set, you have to pitch that ball. And Cranston gets one, and that ball was going foul, but the third baseman stops it to make the play, and McNeil scores on that error on the third baseman. The third baseman had nowhere to throw the ball to, was a little confused, unsure about what to do, and now Melton on third, Cranston on first, and up to bat, number 8, Shane Elam. And Booth now stepping off the mound and catching his composure, coming back to the mound, out of the stretch. I think that balk call was because he didn't step off the mound before he tried making that play at third. And that may be why they caught him for the balk. I didn't see the first pitcher. I don't remember his name. Fuller. I didn't see his balk call, so I'm unsure what happened to him, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Booth. The second pitch comes in, and it's way outside for ball one. But this Booth kid definitely did not step off the mound before he tried making that throw to third. So I pretty sure that's why he got the balk call. Now Cranston with a large lead, and that pitch, another one way outside for ball two. A 2-1 count now for Elam. Cranston with a large lead at second base, and Melton still conservative with his lead off. Only about 2 steps. And Booth delivers that pitch and just misses the outside corner for ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Booth. Elam 0 for 2 on the game. Deliver the pitch, and that's ball 4. And the bases are loaded again for the Bruins with Braxton Straight up to bat. I'm pretty sure his last at bat bases were loaded as well. And the Apache coach walking out towards the plate and calls time. And while we're waiting on him to apparently looking like he's going to trade pitchers, we're going to hear from one of our sponsors.
Locally owned Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straight's Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget. Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Blackford up 6-0 over the Apaches. And number 18, the new pitcher, is Joe Leland. Joe, another lefty pitcher for the Apaches, looking to get them out of this game and get this second game started. Up to bat now for the Bruins, number 2, Braxton Strait, with bases loaded and 2 outs. The pitch is delivered, and that's on the inside corner for strike 1. And I do have an update on the Lady Bruins. The Lady Bruins now down by 1, 1-2 against the Southern Wells Raiders. So 1-1 count now for Strait. Bases loaded for the Bruins. That pitch comes in on the outside and catches Strait swinging for strike 2. A 1-2 count now, 2 outs, bases loaded for the Bruins. The pitch is delivered and catches him looking for strike 3. So the Leland comes in and gets the Apaches out of that inning and puts the Bruins back out in the field. And we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day, and never forget we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
And we're back here at Bruin Field. A few changes on the field. Now Dayton Dow, your pitcher, Mealy moving to catcher, and Cagle back out to first base. Unsure of who is coming up to bat for the Apaches. It looks like number 11, Robert Ergang, the second baseman. Still trying to get a score on the JV game. The Lady Bruins down 1 to the Southern Wells Lady Raiders. And that first pitch into Ergang, strike 1. And that one on the inside for ball 1. And the update is Blackford down 11-0. And apparently Blackford on their third pitcher. Dow with his third pitch way outside, getting Mealy to jump out there for ball 2. A 2-1 count now for Ergang. Dow delivering another pitch way outside, ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Ergang. Leading off the Apaches in the top of the 6th. The Apaches down 6-0. Dow puts that pitch on the inside corner and gets the strike call for strike 2. A 3-2 count now, full for Ergang. And Dow missing the inside of the plate and walks Ergang. So now a runner on first, and it looks like we have a change in the lineup. Number 7, Ethan Colvin, getting some action today. No outs for the Bruins. Ergang, or the Apaches. Ergang on first, and that pitch high and outside for ball 1. 1-0 count for Colvin. And that pitch right down the middle for swinging strike one. That was a nice-looking pitch by Dow. And gets Colvin swinging and unable to make any kind of contact with it. Dow, another one way outside, ball two. A 2-1 count now for Colvin. Ergang not even being looked at by Dow. Dow looking in for the call. Delivers his pitch, and that one right down the middle, but high, getting Colvin to swing for strike two. A 2-2 count now for Ergang. No outs for the Apaches. And Ergang tries to go, and it looks like he's going to be out at second. Dow throws to first. Cagle takes it as Ergang continues to run, and Cagle throws it to Riddle for the out, for the easy out. So 1 out now in the top of the 6th. The Apaches trying to get something going, but Blackford's defense is just manhandling them today. And that ball fouled off to the backstop. Still 2-2 count. 1 out now for the Bruins. – 6-0 lead. And that pitch way outside for ball 3. So that one bringing the count to full. Colvin still your batter. That pitch, a fastball down the middle, and Colvin fouls it straight back. Still fighting these pitches off to get the one he wants. On deck is going to be number 10. Oh, Blake Gribben. And Dow walks his first batter of the game and puts him on first. Now up to bat Gribben. Dow pitching as a lefty, and that ball's hit high fly ball, and that looks like straight calling McNeil off to make that out. So 2 outs now for the Apaches. Straight running over and taking that ball from McNeil. Blackford with a 6-0 lead. Up to bat. It looks like number 23, another change, Jasper Walter. Dow with the pitch, high and inside, ball 1. Dow's second pitch, and that pitch is hit deep to left center field. And Woolman unable to catch it on his back, running backwards on his heels. And the Apaches have a runner that's coming home. Braxton Straight making the throw, unable to get there. And the runner is safe at home. Mealy trying to get the runner out at second, who had a round off and got about 20 feet off, but sends it back, and he was safe at second. So the Apaches now scoring their first run of the game with 2 outs on a deep ball to left center field. Dalton Willman trying to run backwards and trips and unable to make the catch. So the Apaches now down only by 5. Dayton Dow, still your pitcher, delivers the pitch right down on the outside corner for strike 1. And up to bat, it looks like we're going to have number 18, Joe Leland, your new pitcher for the Apaches. That pitch a little lower, fouled off for strike 2. Ross still out warming up in the bullpen. The pitch delivered, and that's another one right down the middle. Grounded to the shortstop Straight. Straight pulling Cagle off the bag, but Cagle able to make the tag to end the inning. So a good inning by the Bruins, giving up only 1 run. And we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Locally owned, Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koffels Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And make sure you stop by Food and Fuel Marathon on North Walnut Street for fuel for your car and fuel for you. Lunch available Monday through Friday, biscuits and gravy Monday through Saturday, and Poppy's Extreme Donuts dailies. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Blackford still with the lead, up by 5, 6-1 in the bottom of the 6th. The Apaches unable to get anything going in that in the top of the 6th. Now finishing up their warm-up pitches. Number 18, Joe Leland, still on the pitcher's mound. And the coach of the Apaches down talking to the umpire about something. Unsure what's going on. Maybe some changes that they've made. Yeah, it looks like there's a change at third. Number 12 is going to be your third baseman now, which is Caleb Gibley. And it looks like number 19, your shortstop. That has not changed. Your catcher is still the same, number 23. Or, I'm sorry. The catcher has changed to Jasper Walter. And number 11 still at second base. Number 8, Samons, has moved to first base from center field. And I cannot read the numbers all the way out in the outfield from the booth, so we may have to get those later. So up to bat is Caleb Mealy. Swings at his first pitch for strike one. Leland, your pitcher for the Apaches. Delivers the second pitch for ball one. So a 1-1 count now for Mealy. Leland with the pitch. And that one's a high, ball two. Leland out of the windup, delivers the pitch, and that's on the outside, ball three. A 3-1 count now for Mealy. Leland still out of the windup, delivers that one high for ball four. Mealy walks. And up to bat now, we're going to have Dayton Dow. And Mealy getting a courtesy runner, number 24. I believe that's Dylan Thomas, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yes, Dylan Thomas on first base, running for the catcher, Mealy. Dow, left-handed batter, facing off against Leland, the left-handed pitcher. That pitch delivered outside and gets Dow swinging just off the end of the bat for strike one. An 0-1 count now for Dow. And that pitch way outside for ball one. And Leland out of the stretch, and that ball's on the inside for ball two. Thomas not with much of a lead off. A 2-1 count for Dayton Dow. No outs for the Bruins. Up by 5, 6-1 in the bottom of the sixth. And Dow gets a hold of one, and it's a high fly infield. And Thomas stays where he's at. The shortstop able to make the play to record the first out of the inning. And now Riddle up to bat.
Now batting for your Bruins, the second baseman, number 6, Blaine Riddle.
Blaine Riddle up to bat with a 1 out. And that ball's high for ball one. That pitch was up around Riddle's chest. Dylan Thomas out on first base running for Mealy, who was walked. Getting his lead, and Riddle swinging out a way outside pitch for strike one. I don't know what is going on, but Riddle swinging all day at outside pitches. He needs to let those pitches come inside. And like that one down the middle, and Riddle has a high fly ball, and the second baseman able to run over and make the play to record the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now for Blackford. Jake Ross coming up to bat. Dylan Thomas running for Caleb Mealy on first. 2 outs for Blackford. Bottom of the sixth. Blackford with a 6-1 lead. Ross receives the pitch, and that one's high for ball one. And Ross fouls one off for strike one. A 1-1 count now. Blackford with a 6-1 lead. Thomas running for Mealy on first. Gets about an 8-foot lead. And Leland tries the pick-off move. No heat to it, just enough to get Dylan Thomas to run back to first. Dylan maintaining about a 6 to 8 foot lead. Leland delivers the pitch right down the middle. And Ross swing and a miss. And Dylan Thomas steals second base. Thomas stands up easy for the steal. The catcher unable to make a decent throw to make a play on it. A 1-2 count now for Ross. The pitch comes in, and he hits one to right field, and it's out of play, foul ball. A 1-2 count still for Ross. 2 outs for the Bruins. Dylan Thomas on second base after stealing the last pitch. And the pitch comes in, and it's a curveball, and Ross gets a hold of it, and that's going to be down just inside the fair line. And Thomas making a play at home, and he's safe on the ground. And the catcher makes a wild throw way over the middle infielder's head, and he's safe at second. So a nice RBI by Ross. Now Blackford up 7-1. And we've got the freshman Drew Caldwell coming in for looks like he's coming in for Cagle. So Caldwell now up to bat. He takes the first pitch to deep left center field, and that ball is down, and Ross is going to score, and Caldwell trying to extend it out to a double head first slide into second, and he's safe. So Caldwell with a nice double out of a deep ball hit to left center field. That ball was straight down the middle, and he drove it. So Blackford now up 8-1 in the bottom of the sixth on a 2-out rally. Dalton Willman up to bat. Willman struggling on the day. That pitch comes in way outside. Willman swing and a miss. An 0-1 count, 2 outs for the Bruins, 8-1 lead over the Apaches. Leland, still your pitcher, delivers that pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Leland delivering the pitch out of the stretch. And Dalton Willman takes that one to the shortstop. The shortstop handles it, makes the throw in the dirt. And the first baseman able to make the play to end the inning. Blackford scoring 4-2 in that inning. And extending their lead 8-1 over the Apaches. And when we come back, we'll be in the top of the 7th and final inning of the game.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back. Jake Ross, the new pitcher. Dayton Dow moving over to first base. And it looks like Drew Caldwell taking over the duties at third. Everything else looks to be the same in the field. And as Caleb Mealy makes his throw down for the warm-up. And we're going to have number 12 up to bat. That's going to be Caleb Gibley. Ross able to help out yet in last night's game, help the Bruins win by coming in and closing out the game after Hurd had a very good pitching game. And Ross delivers the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. And we are in the top of the 7th. There we go. And Gibley fouls off his second pitch for strike 2. An 0-2 count now for Gibley. Ross, your pitcher. Oh, 2 count for Gibley. Here we go. Ross ready to deliver to the pitch out of the windup, and that ball's in the dirt for ball 1. And it looks like the Lady Bruins have tied it at Southern Wells against the Lady Raiders. I don't know what inning they're in. And Ross delivering that pitch and gets Gibley looking for strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. And Gibley now running down the first base line. Looks like that's going to be his punishment for looking at that strike go by. And up to bat, it looks like number 19, Jared Holly. Ross delivering that pitch in the dirt for ball 1. And Gibley now headed back after his run to the foul pole line. Ross delivering a pitch, and that one's outside, ball 2. And the third pitch is hit, but that looks like it's going to be foul and out of play. That one landed over by the first base dugout. And recording the first strike of Holly's at bat. A 2-1 count now for Holly. Ross, your pitcher. Ross out of the windup. And that ball's way outside and low for ball 3. 3-1 count now for Holly. 1 out for the Apaches, and that ball's another one outside for ball 4. Ross recording his first walk of the inning. And up to bat number 1, Levi Hall. So Holly with getting a lead off, a short one, very conservative to start off with. Now extending it. Ross out of the stretch, and Hall hits one, a high fly ball to right center field, and Cranston calling Elam off of it to make the play. 2 outs now for the Apaches. Cranston running over. Elam, both of them running over together, and Elam gets called off by Cranston and makes the out. And I've just been told that it's snowing in Wapahani for the JV game. And the first pitch for number 8, Reese Samons, a strike on the outside corner. And Samons with a swing and a miss for strike 2. Ross out of the stretch, delivering the pitch, and Holly started to steal, but the ball fouled off. So he had to go back. And now an 0-2 count still for Samons. Holly on first. Ross, your pitcher. Ross out of the stretch, checking Holly, now delivering the pitch. And that ball's hit to center field, and Elam with the catch. So that's going to end the game. Blackford with the win, 8-1 over the Wabash Apaches, and we'll be right back.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And we're back, and as we end this live stream, don't forget that we'll be coming right back for the second half of this doubleheader. Blackford takes game 1, 8-1 over the Apaches. And we'll be right back in just a few after the Bruins and the Apaches take a short breather. But a very good game by the Bruins, leading 8-1, being very patient at the plate, but also aggressive, and definitely had a better pitching day than they've had in the past. And thank you for watching this Voice Action Sports on YouTube live stream, sponsored by our great sponsors. And make sure you're going and seeing them, checking them out. And as we sign off here, I really appreciate everyone who watches. And we'll see you back here in a few.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.